Today we want to talk about registering for MyMathLab on the computer. In MyMathLab you'll be able to complete your lab assignments, any online quizzes that your professor may assign, and get extra help. You also have access to an e-textbook, extra videos, and PowerPoints. We'll be using the website www.mymathlab.com. You will need your access code that was purchased with your textbook. It is either inside the front cover of your textbook or it came as a separate card on your textbook. If you rented your textbook, you may or may not have this, so you may have to purchase this. You will also need a copy of your syllabus so that you can get your course ID number off of your syllabus. When you go to www.mymathlab.com, you'll see a website that looks like this. After we have registered today, you will use the Sign In button right here. For today, we need to register as a student, as the red arrow shows. Once you push Register as a Student, you'll see this web page, and it will give you a couple of information that you'll need. You'll need an email address, that's your email address, course ID, which you will find off of your syllabus, an access code, which you purchased with your textbook, or you can purchase it here if you perhaps may have rented your textbook or received it used off of another website, anything like that. A book that was purchased in our bookstore, new or used, will come with the access code, as long as you did not throw it away. It's just maybe a little bitty piece of cardboard or attached to the very inside the cover of your book. You will click OK, Register Now. When you do, you'll see this page that comes up, and it says to enter your course ID number. Your course ID number is located on your syllabus in the area where it talks about your lab credits. Your course ID will be the last name of your professor and followed by some numbers, usually 6 numbers. So you will need to enter that here. If you're having trouble locating that on your syllabus, please let one of us know and we'll be glad to help you. Once you have entered your course ID, you will see your course here. It will tell you your course ID and who it was taught by. Also, when the course ends. Now let me just say right here that most professors set a last day to enroll in the course. So please make sure that you have enrolled in the course by before the last day of enrollment. This is a different day than the last day of possible lab credits or last day of class. Usually the last day to enroll is 4 to 6 weeks into the class. Make sure that you have paid attention and ask your professor of that last day of enrollment. If you already have used a Pearson MyMathLab product or a Pearson product for integrated reading writing or a Pearson product for a psychology class, I believe it's lifespan class that uses this, you can go ahead and use, if you remember your username and password, you can put it here. If you remember that you have had a Pearson account before, you can click on this link down here, forgot username or password, and it can be emailed to you. Now if you've changed email accounts since then and no longer use the email account that you set your other account up with, you will not be able to use the forgot your username or password. You can still use the username or password as long as you remember it. If you have not used a Pearson product before, you will be creating a new account. So we'll click on the Create button. And if you're never sure, you can always click on the Create and we can look at the Create side. If you need to create an account, it will send you to this website. You'll enter your email address. Most of the time it will copy your email address into your username. You can use that, which is fine, but make sure you have a username that is something that you can remember, and there will be a check mark here beside it if it is okay, meaning it has not been chosen before. If it has a red X next to it, means you need to choose a different username. Then you need to choose a password. The passwords must be at least 8 characters long, must contain at least one number, so make sure that you're following those rules. Make sure that you write down this password, put it in your cell phone, or if it's something easy to remember. Your professor cannot retrieve your username or password. There are places where we can have the username and password sent to you, such as forgot username or password, but the professor does not have access to your username or password. So please make sure that you know what your username and password are. Then you'll enter your first and last name. Please make sure that you use the first and last name as it is shown on our registration, meaning whatever is on our rosters. Don't use a nickname, don't use a new married name unless you have already changed that with the admissions and it already appears on the roster. However your name appears on your roster, on your schedule of classes, that is what you need to use here, because otherwise we won't know who the person actually is and will give credit to the wrong student. Therefore, make sure that you're using your first name and last name as it appears on the schedule of classes. You'll choose a security question and answer. You'll make sure that you check this first box, accept the license agreement. You do not have to check this second box. I would actually suggest that you don't. I want to help improve Pearson products. If you check it, you will be flooded with emails, with surveys and things like that. I would actually leave that unchecked. Once everything is filled in correctly with a check mark beside it, the button here will become active to create an account. Once you create an account, you will see this screen right here, and you'll have 3 different options. The first option is use the access code. This is if you have the piece of cardboard that was purchased with your textbook, or the one that comes on the inside of your textbook. You can click this and enter your access code. They do want it entered in all capital letters, just like it shows on the inside of your access code. A second option is to pay for the access code. For example, if you rented your textbook and did not purchase the access code with your textbook and would like to use it, you can purchase it. The price is different for each textbook, so the price will appear here before you actually purchase it. The third option is in case you're having trouble and needing to get online before you can purchase it or get your access code. You may not have your access code with you, but you have it the next day. You can get this temporary access without payment for 14 days. Now, after the 14 days is up, you have to have either purchased the access code or enter an access code. You cannot get back into the program after that 14 days. So make sure that if you do click on temporary access, you do purchase the access code within that 14 days. Otherwise, you'll be locked out until you do purchase it or have your access code. So those are the 3 options for your registration, whether depending upon how you're paying for your access code. Once you enter either your access code, your credit card information, or get temporary access, you'll go to this screen that says you're done. You can print this if you would like to. It gives you your username and email account. It does not show your your password. This actually gets emailed to you, so you do not have to actually print this. You can if you would like to. And then you can click on Go to your course. Wherever you click on Go to Your Course, this is the page that will come up. As you notice, I have a red box right here because I used the temporary access. It expires in 14 days, so I'll have to pay for it. Once you get inside of here, click on the course that you're wanting to look at. This course is math, and then whatever. If you're in other classes that use MyMathLab or MySkillsLab through Pearson, you'll have other classes listed down below. And so once you click on your math course, this is the page that will appear. You will see this page, and you'll have several different options down the left-hand side. Your textbook picture will appear here, whether you're in 0420, 0340, college algebra, trigonometry, whatever class you're in, a picture of your textbook will appear right here. So you can see that you are in the correct course. The two options that you will use the most will be the first one, homework. Homework is where you're going to find the homework problems to complete your lab credits in. For those of you in 0420, 0340, and college algebra. This is where you will do the majority of your work. It is in the homework tab. So click on homework and it will show you what homework is available for you to work on for a lab credit. The other option that you will see is the chapter contents. This is your e-textbook. Once you click on it, then the chapters of the textbook will appear, and you can click on what chapter you're studying and go to that part, and it will bring up an e-textbook. It's literally a textbook that's online. And this way, if you're just needing to look something up quickly and don't have your textbook with you, you can always look it up in here. Another option is the multimedia library. Under the multimedia library, there are items such as PowerPoints, videos, animations, things like this that can help you. You can search by chapter, your section, everything. If you're in chapter 3, section 3.1, you can highlight chapter 3, section 3.1 and see what it has available for you. It'll have a section lecture video, it will have PowerPoints, things like that, that will be additional resources for you to look at in case you're not understanding what's going on in class, if you need a little bit of extra help, or if you miss a class, which is not advisable. Please do not miss classes. This in no way replaces attending class. You will go here. Now then, a couple of things that I do want to point out is the browser check. Sometimes you may be having trouble with your website and it may not come up. We have found that it works best in either Google Chrome or Firefox. It is not working very well in Internet Explorer. So if you come in here and it says nothing on this area right here, try logging in under Google Chrome or Firefox, because Internet Explorer is still having some issues with it. You can also look at how to enter answers. That way you know how to enter answers with math notations. It will give you some help there. There's another page here called the study plan that gives you extra practice inside each individual section. If you don't feel like you had enough practice inside the homework area, you can always go to the study plan and get more help. If you come into the Math Hub, we'll be glad to help you with registering and also finding out where you need to go for whatever assignment you're looking for in whichever class you're in. Otherwise, good luck and let us know if you need help.